I guess it all could be summarized by corporate practice of medicine. Big private equity groups, billionaire people, they're looking for places to put their money. They have these hedge fund managers or these personal wealth managers, and they go around and they buy companies and they try to consolidate them and make them more profitable and get a return on their investment. So this has been happening for medical practices. So, basically all the private anesthesia groups that were run by anesthesiologists, pretty much all of them in Texas don't exist anymore. They've all been bought by one group. Same with all the private surgery centers, all bought by one of the major groups. It's starting to, and it's been happening with pain management centers too. And I've been approached. Multiple, you know, equity groups have tried to buy my practice. And so what they do is they do it, and then and I'll give you an example of the type of conversations you have. Like my buddy got a phone call one day from an investor in New York. Think how crazy that is. You're a doctor, in a busy workday, seeing patients, doing the thing that you trained to do, and you get a call from an investor in New York. By the way, my friend was not an owner of this practice. Why he would be talking to an investor is crazy, right? He's just a guy, did all the training. He trained at Harvard, comes down here, takes a job as a salaried employee. This guy calls him and says, hey, I noticed that on this date, you did this and you billed this one procedure. My friend goes, yes. And the guy says, well, that pays out X number of dollars. My friend's like, okay, I don't know. Whatever. Like, it pays out the same, He goes, okay, well, what I'm trying to tell you is if you just did, instead of just doing procedure X, if you did procedure X and Y, it would have paid out this much more. And my friend says, well, but he only needed procedure X. And the investor goes, yeah, but if you did X and Y, and by the way, you're incentive based now. So if you do X and Y and the practice takes in this, then you get. And it's just such a gross and disgusting conversation to have, as a doctor who's trying, you know what I mean? Because we're putting needles into people, which is like, okay, we're not cutting people open. I mean, in some cases, spinal cord implants and stuff.